Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Coach Ben's Authors and Coaches United. Today we have a special show with author Anka Troitsky. Let's go ahead and get started. Why sci-fi?
It is my favorite genre. I grew up reading books in science fiction genre. I had numerous favorite authors that set up me to the world of futuristic dystopia and utopias to enjoy if the real life, become a little bit too tough. And I believe we all need it from time to time to just escape somewhere, something safe, something wonderful, and hopefully better. Um, I'm a science teacher myself, so I don't have to do much research to know what I'm writing about. Occasionally, I go into subjects that I don't know much about, but apart from that, I'm quite comfortable describing all the chemistry, biology, and physics in the sci-fi. Have to bend it, otherwise it would be far too hard. But apart from that, trying to make it entertainment and try to make it entertaining and educational and philosophical and hopefully psychological as well. So there's lots of layers there, lots of opportunities in sci-fi.
Tell me about Vist.
Vist is the main character in the series. The series is called Who is Vist? And there are a few books already. Book 1 is Object and Vist. Book 2 is Construct and Vist. Book 3, Vist and Propaganda. And finally, Who was Vist? So it's a character who is now, nobody knows if it's a woman or man, but that's not most important thing. It's a hybrid of human, very intelligent human, and AI, mainly a being full of implants and biological and technological, which enables him to become a superhero, but superhero in the world of knowledge. Because the world I'm building, they worship knowledge, and that is the most important value and currency in my futuristic world. And Vist is a person who is mysterious, heroic, and you have to work out whether you hate him or her, or do you love him or her. And other characters struggling with exactly the same thing. So that's who is a Vist. And I've been asked many times, tell me if it's a man or a woman. But the thing is, I don't know myself. I don't let myself to know yet.
How does your background affect your writing?
I have a history of moving around a lot. I did came from what people know as a former Soviet Union. I grew up in a place called Kazakhstan. So what happened in there in the last 20 years is resonates with me a lot. I am following the what happened to the old countries which used to be part of Soviet Union, and I'm very unhappy about what's happening there right now. So the books are reflecting certain things that are kind of on a hidden way, in a double-layered way, showing what the root of what's happening there. For example, the book 3, Vist and Propaganda, was written when the war started, and it does talk a lot about how manipulation of the mind, whether it is through futuristic device or just an ordinary television and propaganda, can turn the whole entire nation into the one gray, mindless monster who does nothing but kills. And it's not happening just there, it happens in a few other places in the world. And I think it's quite important to reflect on.
What happens next to the series?
I have a number of readers who's following my work closely, and I communicate with them so that they can express what they want. Apart from knowing a lot about Vist, as people are kind of splitting into who wants to know about future and what happened next in book 5. But there were people who were saying that because the story left Earth behind, they're missing that world. They're missing that Earth dystopian world I've created there in thousands of years from now. So I've decided that the book needs to go two ways. It needs to go forward into the future, And since I wrote a prequel, which is stepping back a little bit into the past, explaining the origin of Vist and what happened to the humanity in my story, I decided I will go even more back. People should know how the whole story started long before Vist was even born, and take those people who love that particular part of the story, that particular world, into the further adventure and more fun.
What else do you write?
I'm big fond of short stories in different genres. Also write fantasy. Just finished my small novella in the fantasy genre only, inspired by video games. I am a massive gamer, and things like D&D storytellers and etc. My short stories were more of the training for me because I wanted to see if people like what I write. So I entered few competitions, and every time I win a new competition and I get a new reward, I'm kind of receiving that boost, which enables me to write more heavy and longer books, because to write the proper novels might take up to a year. So I built up this collection of short stories, and we have a romance there. We have their detective stories and crime, sci-fi obviously as well, and fantasy, just so that I can exercise myself and broaden my horizons.
Where can viewers go for more information about your work?
I'm practically everywhere on every social media. I could be found there. I'm using my own name, so it's not difficult at all. I have my website where people can have more information about actual books and look into some illustrations and sample some audio versions and e-book versions there. There is a mailing list. Anybody who wants to learn more and receive a monthly newsletter can go to that website, which is anka.com, and ankatroitsky.com, and subscribe to my newsletter.